Good morning, everyone. My name is Harrison Kim. I'm a professor at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. I'm also serving as the program director at NSF, overseeing a couple of programs, including EDSC program. I did receive permission from NSF Wednesday to attend this event. So I'm not coming here as a kind of undercover. I'm coming here as a professor. However, I am not representing NSF officially. I'm just coming here as a university professor. So before starting my remark, I'd like to ask for your understanding that I'm here as a professor at the University of Illinois, not as a representative of NSF due to the ongoing lapse of government funding. Please bear with me that I cannot talk about NSF business. I should write in my name that I cannot talk about NSF, right? So. But I will be glad to listen to you about your research ideas, right? As a professor colleague. So I'll save my research talk for some other days, right? So not this time. I'll be around until the end of the workshop tomorrow, so feel free to approach me as if you're approaching a senior faculty in your university, in your department, right? I'm here for you. So just to use this opportunity to tell me about your research. I'll be listening. I won't be able to share the official NSF perspectives and any news. As soon as the shutdown is over, I'll start responding to all the emails that you already sent. So that's the policy as of now. So before starting my presentation, I'd like to thank all the organizers. I know how much it takes to prepare events like this, right? So, of course, the funding came from NSF side, and I was glad and happy to support this workshop. But at the end of the day, all the works are done by these, organizers. So I'd like to invite all of us to give applause to these people. Yeah. So let's start. So there was a series of NSF workshop during 2-year span, starting from 2008 to 2009. So I was a tenure track assistant professor at the University of Illinois. So I was year 3, I believe, in my tenure track. I started the job in 2005. So this is year 21. So I was a tenure track assistant professor at that time. So the theme of the workshop was the interdisciplinary design as instructional discipline. So I attended all 4 of them. So Jitesh showed in the previous slide there are Clemson and the recent workshops, but this goes back, maybe way go back, but this is another series of workshops that NSF funded. So the workshop started from Michigan, followed by Northwestern, Stanford, and Hawaii as part of the Grantees Conference. So the first workshop in Michigan, hosted by Professor Panos Papalambros, was about establishing design as a standalone discipline, design science as a standalone discipline. And by the way, during my presentation, I'll interchange design, engineering design, systems engineering all over. So these are all part of the EDSC, and we are part of the community, right? So there were speeches in this workshop, speeches by both engineering dean as well as the art and architecture dean in Michigan workshop. Engineers from Ford, they talked about how engineering design was applied at the front end of the design process all the way to the end, following the engineering design and systems engineering principles. Also, there were perspectives that are shared outside of engineering, particularly from art and architecture. The second workshop was at Northwestern, hosted by Professor Wei Chen. It was very, very impressive. You know the company Crate and Barrel? So it's a $2.5 billion business. The founder of the Crate and Barrel, Gordon Siegel, he is a Northwestern University alum. So he founded this $2.5 billion business. He was a keynote speaker. He shared how his $2.5 billion business started from trips to other countries, especially Europe, and he decided to bring those ideas to America. Not only physically crossing the boundaries, the workshop was about cross-disciplinary design and systems engineering. Third workshop was part of the NSF Grantees Conference in Hawaii. You see here, being an NSF event, the main topic was about design research. Everybody was dressed the Hawaiian style. You don't untuck it, your shirts, right? As for the venue, you can't ask for the better place than Hawaii. So we had a great time. The workshop series capped off with the last one at Stanford. The company, you all know IDEO. So IDEO founder, co-founder, and Stanford professor David Kelly, he joined us, the workshop, the whole time. It is hosted by Professor Bernie Roth at Stanford. We did some fun activities in the D-School studio. So some of you who have visited the D-School studio building, we were right there. I remember Bernie Roth shared passionately how he cares for the design projects, right? So it's a great time. So you may recognize some of these faces in these photos. The workshop series and the attendees were coming from diverse background in engineering design and systems engineering, and topics were very broad. We had engaging interaction covering topics of design and systems engineering as a discipline, as well as identifying emerging opportunities in research and education. As an assistant professor at that time, who was struggling to bring in more funding to publish more papers, the workshop series was very much encouraging event for me personally. It opened my eyes that there are many colleagues in the community who are serious about design and systems engineering research and education. I was encouraged that I'm not alone doing my work in my office in the lab to be productive, right? There are many more doing the same thing. So along this line, I'd like to encourage all of you to be an active, engaging member of the community. Also, it's really important to communicate well about what we do to the public. I remember that Professor Judy Vance was exceptionally good at promoting public engagement of our research when she served as NSF program director. I would say this year 2025, is ever more important to communicate well about what we do and how it impacts the society for broader impact. Speaking of society and the broader impact, the theme of this current workshop today is AI. This is really perfectly timed. AI is emerging as a game changer, along with the new computing capabilities. We all know that. Also, the connection between design and systems engineering and advanced manufacturing is really emerging as a very, very strong opportunity. So I would like to encourage and challenge all of us to think through what the EDSC community can do to embrace this opportunity. I'd like to conclude my short presentation with this final slide. Just 2 days ago, in 1960, President Kennedy stood in front of the Michigan Union on the campus of University of Michigan to deliver the famous 2 a.m. speech that ignited many new initiatives, including the launch of the Peace Corps. The middle picture was taken on the same spot in 2011 when we finished the Design Frontiers Symposium, Crossing Boundaries and Creating Disciplines. I was not part of the first picture. I'm not that old, right? But I was part of the second picture. There were events like this at Clemson and Purdue and Georgia Tech, as you saw from Jitesh's slide. There was one latest one last month at George Washington University campus about AI and systems engineering, and I was honored to be invited to represent NSF on the event. I hope this workshop today, 2025, could serve as another springboard for the new era of AI and EDSE. Always, now is the best time to pursue design and systems engineering research and education, because we all need to look forward, not backward, for these new opportunities. You all have rich and strong tradition of the community. I'm confident that this will carry on by all of us embracing these new opportunities. So with that, I'm concluding my short presentation. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to engaging conversations today and tomorrow. Thank you.